This story I used when I met every local businessman in this country, 1994, 95. I met every bank, and nobody believed in me. The local businessmen, they showed me respect and fell asleep. Or they wanted to hire me. And the point is that every time I sat down with them, they were like, this guy, what, he's too young, is this, is that. Then I told them this story, because there was the only way to wake them up. But of course it's a true story also. And the important thing, I think, with all this about dreaming is that you can take away everything from someone, but when you take away the dreams, there's nothing left. So when you talk about refugee camps, when you talk about children, if that is in Pakistan or Palestine or whatever that is war, when you lose your hope, there's nothing left. And your hope comes with your dreams. And I don't know, there's a lot of women here I can see, so my question really is, how many handbags do you have?
Loads.
Loads, exactly. And why do you buy handbags?
Because I love them.
Exactly. You don't need another handbag, but you buy it because it feels good. So either you sell commodities, and I don't know what most people are doing here, but most people in this room actually sells commodity. You buy and sell commodity because we are in the in the financial district. I guess we are talking about 60-70% of all members here is in the money business. And money doesn't have a soul. It's a commodity. You could sell gold, you could sell sugar, I don't know what. But I'm not good at that. I'm selling feelings. I want people to come to our stores and really feel it. And that's why I say it's not important what you sell about, it's what you feel about it. It's when you go home and tell your friends how much you love that handbag in this case, or buy the sofa that you bought from the one. That's what gives me a kick. Because otherwise I'm in the trade of selling commodities. And I don't really get it. My brain cannot get that. And that's why all these titles, these are my new titles actually. You're the first ones to see. So my business cards, which I have here somewhere, have just changed. They become recyclable. And there are 4 different business cards. And each one of them is actually our core values. And when you pick them, I will write on your business card which core value you took. These are the 4 core values of every employee in the company should live after. And if you don't have them, you should basically not be hired in the first place. And very important is, and that's why we're working very hard on this, we're probably going to ask you questions about, a lot of companies have core values. There are these posters, banks love it. There's some bankers here because they put these posters on walls that's been done by consultants or PR firms or whatever, and they mean absolutely nothing. So these core values we're actually trying to live, and we're trying to weave them into the company right now. And if you choose that, one of these, I will write on your card which one you took, and the guru will actually write back to you. I don't know how it works, but he actually does, about you. But if you look at these words, what is a CEO? If you're a CEO, you're for sure, you're a leader of a group of people, your tribe, whatever it is. And a leader should take, Winston Churchill said it, a leader takes people from a place they are to a place they've never been. That's your role. And then you can't be a chief executive officer. Maybe that's a small part of it. But what you really are, you should be emotional, empathy, empowerment, enlightenment. You need all these soft things if you want your people to follow you. The scary part with all these things is that they have 2 sides, like every power. You can also destroy with the same power you can actually make things. So these are what I think you should put on your card. I put on some sound. So I think I got it right now. I'm finished really, because it says insecurities is really what drove me. My own insecurities of having nothing drove me and my dreams. Every dream I had, I looked at my psychologist would have a lot of fun with me actually. I was drawing fortress and cowboys and Indians, and every time I did that, I was doing these big things underneath, which was like valves of where I put food and money and ammunition when you play cowboys and Indians. And looking back right now, all that was about my own insecurities, that I had nothing. So that's of course is a prime driving force for me. And they drove my dreams. And dreams equal success must equal happiness, isn't it? Finished. I don't need to do anything more, happiness not. Because that's how it looked when we opened. And that is not what I dreamed about. And by the way, if I have a tie, you know I'm in financial trouble. Honestly, no. That's not, as you can see, that's not Tony Karama. I didn't cut my hair for like 9 months. This is before we opened in Abu Dhabi. This is the first 2 containers that arrived, and we took everything out of them, and we put them there to actually make the whole place look full. And I realized I had a problem. We had 6,000 square meters. And if you've seen my Jumeirah store, that one is 2,000 square meters. And I had no clue what I was doing. But we believed in it, and we were going to succeed. And as you can see, even our furniture was suicidal. I mean, they actually went and hanged themselves. A girl who's with me here, who's been with me since 1984, Tina, she actually painted the walls in horrible colors. And I said, why? And she said, because the furniture you're buying are so ugly, we have to hide them. It's a true story. You can ask her. And they were saying, this is not what you're talking about. And of course it was a bad dream. But you don't get there in one, immediately. So, me colorblind. Someone in IKEA actually called me, someone I looked up to said one day to me, are you the only colorblind decorator in IKEA? And that was hurtful because I was not a decorator, but I went to Saudi as a decorator. And I invited him later on to our opening in Sweden to show him what a colorblind decorator can do. He didn't come. By the way, this is my other sponsors. They have done the set design and the furniture here, IKEA Rama. So, we actually ended up on this place where we call successful. And I think and it took us 7 years. I thought it was going to take 2. I probably talked about 1. And when we ended up on this place called success, I realized that's not what I want. And that is going to rock my boat much more than sell another sofa. So the big idea really is to run 99 stores that supports 99 villages by 2020. So it's a 2020 vision. Full eyesight on 2020, very clever, I thought. I want to show you a small film about feelings, and then I'm going to just run it up, and then you can ask me any questions you want. Like they need help, but they're actually much more happy than we are because they are really happy. And in our society, we kind of screwed up. So, long story short, this is what I think it's all about in my company. Challenged employees makes local volunteering. If we can get that base right, then we're going to get up to the global education, which pays it back into challenged employees again. So the better we do, the more stuff we can do. And I don't like the word CSR, corporate social responsibility, because my whole thing is I'm going to do the 99 stores. We're going to make that into a cool company, and we're not going to be a corporation, because that's never been done before, and that's what I want to do, something that's never been done before. So we are going to, that's what we call a social responsible investment, because it is an investment with our kids. So what I'm trying to say to you, and then the finish, is that if you find your purpose, if you now are a group that is not extremely happy, which are like 60% here, then if you try to live your purpose, then you're maybe going to find small moments of happiness. Because what I've learned, and what you probably already know, is that happiness is not a place. It is small glimpses you get on the way of the journey. So am I more happy today? No. Am I more clever? No. I don't know. But I'm on the way somewhere, and that's the end of it. Now you can ask questions.
Thank you.